Okay. As a Star Wars fanatic, well, old George Lucas Star Wars, not Disney Star Wars fanatic. Disney Star Wars sucks. As an old school Star Wars fan, George Lucas Star Wars fan, to all of you out there, I want to first apologize for every negative thing I said about the Rebel Ghost ship Haslab. I want to take all that. I take it all back. I apologize profusely. I am throwing myself on the altar of the Death Star, the Emperor's altar. In the throne room, I throw myself down for your forgiveness. May the Emperor's lightning flow through me as painful as possible. Because as much as I said anything negative about that, mostly it was like there were a few things, but this thing, you know. I didn't know what to think about this cantina, so I left it to my wife. I texted her the Haslab announcement video, and I said, babe, with the caption, babe, what do you think? Question mark. And after about 30 minutes or so, I get a text back with a laughing emoji. And she says to me, didn't we just buy something like this for the kids for Christmas? And I was like, yeah, but the one we bought for Christmas was Bluey. Was that Bluey show. You know, the one with the dogs. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. Little kids. Little kids love Bluey. Right? Bluey, there's a Bluey playset we got from Costco. It's $100. It was $125. There was a list price. It was on sale for like $85. It included Bluey's house with all the rooms, all the decorations, everything. The next door neighbor's house. The next door neighbor's house next to that house. It had a beach scene. It had a pool that went into like a backyard. It had all this stuff. They had a car. They had it made noises and sounds and stuff when you put batteries in it. It like basically you built out Bluey's world. I think it even had a park. I have to go look at where my kids what my kids did with it, but I think it even has like a little park there for you to play like soccer and stuff like that. And it was $85. And she was right. We did purchase something similar to this cantina. It was that. And then I told her the price of this. And all she said to me was, if you were thinking about getting this, absolutely not, period. And that was the last time I heard from her until I got home this afternoon. That was the last time I heard from her. Because, once again, she's my muse, my flame. I love her. You know, she can kind of nail down certain emotions that I was feeling, but I couldn't articulate properly. And that exchange told me everything I needed to know. Again, if you want this, go get it. Go be happy. I'm not saying that this won't bring you some joy when it comes out next year. What I am saying though is that they could have done way better. For, like I said, this Bluey set had lights, had sounds. It was a whole experience inside this little contained area. And it was open world, just like this thing. But it cost $85. And I can almost guarantee the level of detail of those little houses was about the same level of detail as this thing at $400. I'm sorry. I gotta call a spade a spade. Like this thing, like, if it was the actual building, like if you have the actual building to go on top of this and you can open up the building and have the entire scene like a giant building, this makes total sense. Honestly, I thought they were going to drop Jabba's castle. I thought that's what they were going to drop because I was like, that flows well. You got the sail barge if you got it. Now you can get Jabba's palace. How cool is that, man? How cool would that be? if you have those two next to each other, that'll be dope for $400. But like, they basically are just throwing out a mediocre 3D printed scene. That's all they're doing. I was like, what is this? I didn't know what to think about this, because it's like, it just does not look like what I expect Star Wars Haslabs to look like. This looks more like the Rancor. You understand? Do you understand? It makes sense to you? This looks more like what the Rancor looked like. It just looked like something that they just put together and said, here it is at this price. I mean, I understand there's a lot of inflation. I get that, but there ain't that much inflation. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. It really didn't, it didn't hit me in the, oh man, I gotta have this. Like, if I'd have known that this was what they were gonna do, I would have bought the Ghost. Straight up, I would have bought the Ghost, because like, this thing is like, it doesn't appeal to me, and I'm like, I want this thing to appeal to me, and it just doesn't. I just started getting in a little bit into the vintage line, mostly because I'm finding them at Ross on clearance. So I've been getting slowly into the vintage line, and I just this doesn't it doesn't work. This doesn't work. It's not a Haslab. I'm sorry. This is a 3D print that some guy can do in his basement for half the price. I'm sorry. I'm calling it what it is. This ain't it. This ain't it. And the fact that it has like 2,800 backers already. I'm sorry. Conspiracy time. I think Hasbro is just fudging these numbers. They're sitting there saying, okay, let's force momentum. Like, if we can start out just out the gate 2,000 backers or something like that, then everybody else would be like, oh man, this is building momentum, let me jump in on, get me some FOMO. I can't build up FOMO for this thing. I'm sorry. Like, it just does not hit right. It doesn't make me, as a classic Star Wars fan, old school Star Wars fan, this doesn't appeal to me at all. It doesn't have, it just doesn't feel right. Because if you're going to do this, even if you have, I know they have the old, the New Hope, Obi-Wan, they've already dropped that. They've already dropped the New Hope, Luke, R2-D2, C-3PO. I'm sure they dropped them already. I like I said, I just started collecting vintage not too long ago, like slowly getting into the line. But here's the thing. Those are necessary figures for this. I'm just saying, those are necessary figures for this set. Those are a must-have. Or even the the speeder that Luke was in on Tatooine when they got to Mos Eisley. That should be included as well for $400, right? Okay. Stormtroopers outside that could come inside as per the scenes. Han Solo needed to be included in this. Even if you just repackage them, you got to throw those. Those are necessary figures for this. And I feel like, once again, the Star Wars team has just struck out. If this thing funds, I won't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked at all if it funds. But if it goes all the way and unlocks everything, I will be shocked. I'm dead serious. I'd be supremely shocked with this offering getting to the final tier. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Are you going to get this? Are you kind of on board with me where it feels like there's just more that needs to be included in the package? Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you check out the community tab. It's where I post any pre-orders, any restocks, or any deals I find on Figs while browsing the World Wide Web. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Also in the description is my Amazon affiliate link. It's pretty awesome, pretty cool. All you have to do is click on the link, go on Amazon, and buy away. And Amazon will pay me a small commission for everything you buy. It's a great way to support the channel and doesn't cost you anything extra. But yeah, with that, be safe, be good, and it's the Drunken Prime cracking open another beer and signing off.